Hey, all of you beautiful kings and queens. Welcome to the round table. My name is Dustin, also known as Shirtless Avenger, and with me is Victor, also known as Drunk Gorilla.
What's going on, Royalty fam?
All right, and this is our first ever podcast, going to be uploaded on the K.P.K channel, or Kings Protecting Kings, additional of like anything gaming and also future podcasts and possibly vlogs. We're going to see where the channel goes. But yeah, we're here to express to you guys what our thoughts and feelings are, and we also want to have your perspective on it as well, like what you guys think, what we talk about, in the comment section, and have a good conversation going between all of us, stay connected, and see where we are in life, so I want to start off with like kind of like that very thing is perspective, like because different people around the world have different perspectives in mind and in heart, what they think and what they feel, what they see, everything, right? So it's just like between like me and Victor, for example, it's like I asked Victor, Victor, what is your perspective of like life to you? What does it mean to you?
Right. Well, man, when you ask this question, like, I love this question specifically because there's just so many like ways I can go about answering this, and personally, I guess what life ultimately means to me is just being able to die with a smile, I guess you can say, in a sense, and what that means to me is just like making sure not just yourself, but like making sure everyone around you is pretty decent as far as like, inside or outside. You want to be sure to leave an impression on people, whether it's just the best of things and all of that nature, because eventually when we pass or when we go on or when we move on, to me life is kind of all about your death. You know what I mean? To me, life is all about like, well, what's after that, right? It's like when you leave this earth, you know what I mean? What's left of you? What are the remnants of you? That's what your life's gonna be, right? Because on your tombstone or whatever it is that you're gonna have, you have a date, and then you have that little dash in the middle, and then you have your end date. And that little dash in the middle right there is what you're going to be remembered for, all the people, the hearts that you've touched, and just like everyone in general, because people don't really remember people in a sense, I guess you can say. They remember how you've made them feel. So I guess my meaning in life would be like every single person that I ever meet throughout my entire life from here on, it's going to be, I want it to be a great experience. I want them to just, even if it's sharing a little laugh with a stranger, right, at Walmart or something, or like, whatever in general, and just a little thing here and there, whatever it is. But yeah, that's pretty much the meaning of life to me, is just being able to spread the best of love and joy and just the best of yourself really to the world, because we're all unique and we all have something unique inside of us. And I feel like if we deprive the world of that, then what else is there, What else is there? So yeah, I love this question. I'm really glad you asked that question, because I think about that a lot sometimes. And people like, okay, so let's talk about success, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, success is, I feel like success and, the meaning of life, I feel like people get that confused all the damn time, right? They get it confused all the damn time, and it's like, oh well, I haven't really lived life if I'm not successful, and it's like, no, you can live your life without being successful, which is, that's my personal opinion, you know what I mean? Like success is a feeling, right? Like me right now, personally, right now in my life, I feel successful. I feel like I've made a pretty decent success of myself, and I'm going to continue to be successful, and of course you're going to fail, have your drawbacks, and have your, ups and downs, but that's what life is, right? Yeah. And so to me personally, it's like success really gets misconstrued when it comes to like the meaning of life. You know what I mean? What's your meaning of life? Because when you reach that success point, success is just a feeling. It's going to throw you on all these different experiences when you reach your goal, blah, 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 right? And so that's what I feel life really is too, is just, it's an existence, it's an experience.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like life and success, like when it comes to things like that?
No, I agree like 100% of that, where it's just like basically like a legacy you leave behind, of everything that people will be, like you said, will be remembering you by, all the memories that have been cherished throughout, the choices you've made and the laughter, like even the dumb stuff that probably you do to yourself when people laugh or what you say. Again, it's like the little things one would say that would make the difference in the world. in other people's lives, that affects not only them but also yourself, because you feel good about that as well. And with along with success and life and all that, is to me, it can coincide with each other, because living your life is a success because you're still living. And whether people want to agree with that or not, because it's all about terminology, about one's perspective. It's what is success to you? What is perfection? What is normality? What is normal? What does all that mean in your perspective? What do you see and feel about that? What is a good one going back is perfection. What is perfection? What does it mean to me? Perfection is not really much as such as perfectionists,
right. When someone says something is perfect, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's it has to be so perfect, or so clean, or so needy, or so or not needy, neat,
neat,
neat, yeah,
right.
And just organized and all that, right? It's perfect, it's all extravagant,
right, right. Yeah.
But
and everyone has their own perception of that, right? Of their own that's what I mean, success and just things like that in life in general, right? It's what does that mean to you, right?
Yeah. And what life means to me is it's basically similar, where it's just leaving something behind for people to feel inspired, to feel great, to feel happy, because we all go through struggles. We all go through the bad times that make us who we are today. And with me, I've through my life, I have been bullied. I have been, verbally or physically abused and all that. But honestly, it's I chose to be a better person from that and use that experience to make other people happy. What that mean by that is is to not have them feel alone in this world, not have them to think and feel everyone, or most everyone is bad. It's I want to be there for them and to express that. But nowadays, not a lot of people will agree to that, or not necessarily agree, but feel, I guess, open or comfortable with that.
Yeah, or seek, sorry, excuse me, seek help in general, right?
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. I want to ask you, I'm sorry, is what, how do you deal with that, right? How do you deal with those hard times, those down times, right? Those times where you're just dang, I don't know, I feel depressed. I feel like a piece of shit. I feel like dirt. Or how do you deal with those times, right? I'll start with myself personally. Excuse me. Myself personally, I what I do is when I'm feeling I guess down or angry, upset, mad, emotional in general, right? I for a long time have been trying to find an outlet. Something in particular that I can do that would allow me to actually express myself emotionally, and truthfully, honestly, without harming or hurting anybody, or myself included, because people do a lot of, crazy stuff to themselves, nowadays. It's crazy, don't do that to yourself. Stop. You're okay. You're going to be good. Even if you're not good, you're going to be good. Trust me. You can always reach out to us, especially that's what this channel's for too, guys. If you ever have anything that you want to get off your chest and anything like that, please just let us know. Talk to us. We're here for you. That's just really, really the main reason why we're starting this podcast, is because we want to reach out to people and see, how you're doing. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Literally, are you okay? So anyways, like I was saying, that's how I deal with things. Is I'll post something on Instagram. Maybe someone's feeling the same way. Everybody's going through something. So yeah, maybe somebody's going through something and it just connects with them. Something I say, or even if whether I know it or not, if I just make one positive influence, one positive goodness or change in somebody's life. Perfect. I'm winning. That great. That makes me super freaking ecstatic. That makes me super happy. That I'm able to do that, or whatever the case. So, yeah, it's basically kind of to touch back on that. The basically common thing that you were saying is being able to make sure that you're not alone. You're not alone. You have other people that feel the same way.
Yeah. No. 100%. All to go back to. The audience, real quick, it's as he said, it's clearly stated that if you ever feel troubling times and everything like that, if you would also not just comment in the channel stuff, if you feel more not comfortable with that, you can find us on Instagram. My Instagram is Shirtless Avenger. His Instagram is Drunk Gorilla.
We'll put that in the description below for you guys to spell it out and all that good stuff.
So if you would like to do that, please do not hesitate to reach out, and maybe we can help in the smallest of ways for you guys, and hopefully, we be able to do that for you, because we're, like you said, we made the channel for that. Like we're here for you guys, and we want to express what our thoughts and feelings are. But so like how do I get through it?
Right.
How would I get through that, specifically and stuff, especially if for those who isolate themselves, that they don't want to talk and express, because I'm kind of that way too, where I'm both I'm an omnivert. I am both showing extrovert signs, like outgoing and all that, but I'm also an introvert as well. Especially when I'm depressed, where I isolate myself and then I just go into my own thought process, and where I just question it. It's like, why do I feel this way? Is it necessary, or is it like, just going down the lines of it, but not a lot of people can do that. Some see therapists, and others, have families or friends, they can speak to. It just really all depends. For me, I personally have a good family and a good support system. My best friends, including yourself, have helped me along that line. And like, now I have more control over it to question it and be like, come to realization of it.
Right. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Like I feel like reflection, right, is like a huge thing. When you're doing that. Especially when you're going through what you're going through, reflecting on what you're going through will help you become more self-aware, and that's the thing too. Like, you already, like, in yourself already know that you are a certain way, and you carry yourself in a certain way, and you have your way of going through your emotions, as does everybody, and all that good stuff. So yeah, of course, if we are able to be that extra outlet, then shoot, definitely, reach out to us for sure. And we definitely want to be able to help you guys any way we can, get you on track, especially inside. And so inside is everything. Like I said, personally, love yourself is like super key. Because if you don't love yourself enough, then your judgment is easily clouded, and your thought process is easily, just turned, and it'll be hard to really navigate through your emotions and navigate through, being aware of yourself and just the things around you, so yeah, I agree with that, man. Just, finding those outlets, those healthy outlets that'll actually generate, positivity inside of your, life, something that'll bring value to yourself, and yes, being depressed sucks. Nobody wants to be depressed. Nobody wants to isolate themselves and feel alone and feel helpless and feel like, their own prisoner. Like, we literally make ourselves our own prisoner, and it's sad to see that. And I just want to be able to uplift you any way we can and see if we can just keep pushing you guys and keep being better, So we're getting close to the end of this podcast, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, I hope you guys did. If you like or subscribe for more content. But yeah, we'll talk about this later on.
Have a good one, guys. Stay blessed.